Yo, so what is good, everybody? On YouTube, we are back today with another brand new video. And for today's video, we're going a little bit like we've been doing lately and going with another career sim. And for today's, we're doing a very highly requested one ever since we did Bronny, and that would be Zaire Wade. So as you can see, we did hop into the draft, and we're going through a little bit. He's not projected to be a top 3 pick, really, but here he is right here, going number 7 overall to the Detroit Pistons, our boy Zaire Wade. And since I have a couple seconds before we really hop into the sim, please be sure to smash that like button for more of these type of videos. We're going to be getting some more better equipment and all that. So if you support that, hit the like button. Also, leave down in the comments who you guys want next. I pretty much go off majority rules. If all you guys want someone, we're doing them first. So year 1, here we go. Zaire, it's looking like he's going to be coming off the bench. He's probably going to be sitting behind Reggie Jackson in his first year in Detroit, learning a couple things from the veteran, which is not the worst thing ever. He's obviously going to have a pretty solid team around him, having a guy like Andre Drummond and Blake Griffin, which that could be honestly a pretty scary trio in about 2 or 3 years. Year 1, Giannis Antetokounmpo obviously goes ahead and gets MVP for the Bucks. No real surprise there, he's always in contention. As Bol goes ahead and gets himself 6th Man of the Year as well, which you definitely like to see. You gotta support Bol. He was definitely fun to watch at Oregon for sure. So all rookie first team, as you can see, Zaire Wade did make it on there, which you definitely like to see a whole lot. First year we did miss playoffs, no big deal. We came out as what, the 9th seed? So not the end of the world. Tyrese Maxey will definitely be another big help for Zaire Wade here, having him at the 2, Zaire Wade at the 1, Blake at the 4, and Andre Drummond at the 5 will definitely be really good. Year 2, here we go. Zaire has transitioned into the starter, now at 78 overall. Obviously starting beside a lot of those guys I was talking about. And in year 2 of the sim already, Cole Anthony goes ahead and gets himself MVP. That's interesting. That's interesting to see. He was only a 90 overall and did pull that. That's pretty crazy. So let's see what the standings are looking like in year 2, as Zaire was the starter. Okay, so we slipped into the 8th seed, so we only went up 1 seed. But as long as we're in the playoffs, that's all that matters. Zaire doing okay, 12 points a game, 5.6 assists a game, nothing too crazy. As he is only 21. So, those are kind of what the stats are looking like so far as he's kind of progressing. Definitely a pretty solid team around him. I'm excited to see what this Pistons team's going to do in the next couple of years of the Sims. So, year 2, we're up against the Heat in the playoffs. Cole Anthony, who did just get MVP, Tyler Herro, Jimmy Buckets, and Bam Adebayo. So, it'll definitely be a tough series. They got a really good team there, as we should hopefully give them some type of fight, a little bit of resistance at least. 2-2, so it's looking kind of like what I was saying. Putting up at least somewhat of a fight against that super squad. 3-2, we actually take it. So let's see what we can do here. They're going to take it to 7, and it's going to be a tough game for sure. And we actually pull out. We pull out. We beat the current MVP and his squad. As they also had Michael Porter Jr. That's kind of crazy. I didn't even notice that. Zaire had an okay game. Nothing too crazy once again. Nothing too flashy. As in the second round, we are going up against the Atlanta Hawks and Trae Young. So, once again, another really good young squad that we're going up against, and we're just going to have to see what happens. As they start off 3-0 on us, that's not looking good. But we get 2 games. We're coming back. 3 games, we take it to 7. And wow, they just blew a 3-0 lead on our Detroit Pistons. Trae Young could not get it done. Tyrese Maxey pops off. As Zaire Wade drops 22 points in Game 7. So that's definitely very respectable. Eastern Conference Finals in year 2. Here we go. Boston Celtics. Pretty solid squad. Once again, dude. All these teams we've been playing have not been an easy road. As they start off 3-1 on us. Not looking great. We get a game back. And we're eliminated in 6. Blake and Zaire had very good games in that game. But hey, honestly, I can't be mad at going to the Eastern Conference Finals in year 2 of being with the Pistons already. As it's a Zion versus Celtics Finals. And to no real surprise there, Zion gets Finals MVP. So year 3, Andre Drummond, Tyrese Maxey, Zaire Wade, Blake Griffin, Patrick Baldwin. Like, I really can't complain about this team at all. everybody's looking good. But Blake's starting to regress a good amount. As you can see, he's only at about an 84 overall now. Cole Anthony, back-to-back MVP years. Most improved player actually went to Patrick Baldwin, so that's fun. Are we on any of the All-NBA teams? Maybe not yet. Not yet, so we're getting there still. Let's go ahead and see what these standings are looking like. As we do make playoffs as the 6th seed, so that is definitely solid. It's progressively moving up and getting better and better. Zaire Wade, 16.4 points per game and 7.2 assists per game. As the other young guys on the team, Patrick Baldwin and Tyrese Maxey, are actually the 2 leading scorers for the team. And Blake and Andre Drummond are kind of in the backseat as they're aging. So first round matchup, we're up against the Celtics that did knock us out in the Eastern Conference Finals last year. So we're going to have to see what we got. We're going to see if we can pull it out this year. Everybody's a little 1 year older, so most of our team's starting to get better and better. So 2-2, 3-2. Come on, we got to take this game right here. And we are eliminated in 6. That is a rough scene. But once again, making playoffs is a W regardless. Zaire dropping 20 points in that game. Year 4, here we go. Andre Drummond still at a 90 overall. Zaire up to an 87. Maxey and Baldwin up to an 86. And Blake's starting to regress a little bit more and more now that he is 35 years old. Down to only an 83 now. This is what the rotations are looking like. You know, Zaire's getting pretty good minutes. And you can kind of see what his stats are looking like so far. He's been really, really good since he started in the league. So Giannis Antetokounmpo actually goes ahead and gets MVP this year. Nice little changes seeing things from Cole Anthony. Despite throughout the 4 years of the sim, we've only seen the 2 of them get MVP. And there we go. Our boy Zaire actually makes the All-NBA 3rd team alongside Bronny, which is kind of ironic. It's kind of cool seeing them 2 both on the same All-NBA team. As we do miss playoffs. So Zaire actually makes his first All-NBA team and we miss playoffs. 19.7 points per game and 7.9 assists per game for Zaire, leading our team in scoring in year 4. But here we go, year 5. Let's see what we got going on. So once again, pretty much the same core group. I don't know if Blake's still hanging around or not. Maybe he's retired by now, as it doesn't look like he's on the Pistons anymore. Actually, he is. He's coming off the bench as the 7th man, so he finally took that step back. Defensive Player of the Year goes to James Wiseman, and Giannis gets MVP. Once again, All-NBA 1st team, nope. All-NBA 2nd team, nope. And All-NBA 3rd team, nope. So, it's okay, no big deal. I'm sure we'll be finding our way back on there in these upcoming years. Season stats, let's take a look. So, Zaire took a little bit of a step back, 17.1 points per game and 7.4 assists per game. Not too bad, though. We'll definitely be taking some production like that from the young kid. So, you know what our team looks like already, obviously. Knicks, they do have Julius Randle and they have Zach LaVine. So, we'll see what we can do against them in round 1. It's a pretty tough matchup, I'm not going to lie. But we'll see what they got. As it is all tied up at 2-2. It's going to be a tough fall series. So here we go. 3-2. And 4-2 we take it. So we'll take it in 6 games. As Zach LaVine obviously led them in scoring. No surprise there. And Zaire didn't have to do too much, which is nice. Ooh, wow. Year 2, we're up against a combo right there of Colin Sexton and Mikey Williams on the Cavaliers. That's definitely a very good combo of guards right there. As we get dropped off 4-0, they sweep us. Yeah, but that is definitely a very, very good backcourt of players, so I can't complain even in the slightest about that. Year 6, there's already been a whole lot of playoff runs for this young team, and here we go. Year 6, we still got this big 3 core of these young guys going. Zaire now to 91, Tyrese Maxey now at an 89, and Patrick Baldwin also chilling at an 89. Cole Anthony goes ahead and gets MVP once again, bro. This kid is killing it. I might have to make a career sim for him very soon because this kid has gotten like 3 MVPs in like 5 years so far. So, All-NBA 1st team? Okay, Zaire. All-NBA 1st team, getting his name up there with the big boys. We will take that for sure. So, year 6, let's see what our standings are looking like. 6th seed, not too bad. And let's see what their stats are looking like. They got him on the All-NBA first team, 23.7 points per game and 10.4 assists per game. As he is going ahead and averaging himself a double-double on the season, you love to see that. He's got a decent amount of years left on this contract with the Pistons, so he'll be hanging around here for a little bit longer for sure. So our first round matchup is against the Milwaukee Bucks. They do still have Giannis hanging around. Taco Fall's actually their starting center. Chris Middleton, Anthony Edwards. That's an interesting team. I would love to see that team all play together because that'd be super entertaining as they do get the lead on us 2-0. Now 3-0. We get a game. It's still not looking great though, as we have been eliminated in 5. But a lot better than getting eliminated in 4. At least we put up a little bit of fight. I kind of want to see what the stats were looking like for that game. Oh, Giannis popped off 33. That's probably why. So, year 7, here we go. So, in year 7, what do we got going on? Alright, so I'm going to assume the team's pretty much the same. 92 overall, Zaire. 90 overall, Tyrese Maxey. 90 overall, Patrick Baldwin. Jordan Bell's actually our starting center with Andre Drummond coming off the bench. And geez, yet another MVP for Cole Anthony and our boy Zaire, back-to-back years, making it on the All-NBA first team. So big props to our boy Zaire for doing that. You love to see it. Up to a 92 overall. Definitely looking great. Definitely looking great. Them stats are just going up and up and up. Nothing to complain about. I don't know if he'll be making any of the all-defensive teams. I'm not sure if that's really kind of something that he's capable of, but I'm definitely going to keep my eye out for that. As we did end up as the first seed coming out of the East this year. Zaire actually took the back seat to Tyrese Maxey as far as scoring. Tyrese Maxey 24.3 a game. And Zaire 22.9 points per game and 10.9 assists per game. Once again, a double-double average on the season. Definitely cool to see. Devontae Graham still starting for this Hornets squad that we are versing in the first round. But I definitely think we should defeat this team. It doesn't look like it's that deep of a team. And when do you really see the Hornets ever making a playoff run? So 5 games. There we go. 4-1. As it's... Ooh. Patrick Baldwin dropped 42 points that game. That's impressive. Devontae Graham dropping 26. Zaire definitely had a pretty solid game. 16 points and 18 assists? So second round, we are up against this Heat team that we have had to face before. It's a very, very good team. So we're just got to see what we got going here. They are up 3-1. Not looking great. We're going to have a little comeback here. That's what's going to have to happen. 3-1, and we get knocked out in 5, 4-1. Cole Anthony drops a 41 bomb on our head as we head into year 8. So here we go, year 8. Hopefully we can maybe get a championship this year. The team's starting to get to that point where we're all in our prime. 93 overall for Zaire, 90 for Tyrese Maxey, 90 for Baldwin. Then the rest of our team's a lot of just role players, but having a big 3 like that of 3 players above a 90 should be enough to kind of get you in that competing for a championship kind of category. So I can't complain too much about what we got going on, as we are back to having old Andre Drummond starting at our 5. He is down to an 84 overall now, but I'm sure he'll still be pretty serviceable for our team. So I guess we'll just have to see what happens, as here we are at the end of the year. Cole Anthony and Mikey Williams getting the guard spots in the All-NBA first team, along with Giannis Antetokounmpo and Zion. All-NBA second team, All-NBA, yeah, okay, so we did make the All-NBA second team alongside Ja Morant. And we missed playoffs this year. Damn, that's tough, 21.5 points per game for Zaire and 11.4 assists per game. Tyrese Maxey putting up over 20 a game, and Patrick Baldwin putting up over 20 a game. So, year 9. This is what the squad is looking like. Pretty similar once again. No real big changes have happened. No real big blockbuster trades have happened. The computer's just letting this squad rock together pretty much. So we're just going to have to see what happens. Hopefully we can get this organically grown championship. Ja Morant, MVP. Cole Anthony, also All-NBA first team. Zaire goes down to the All-NBA third team this year, but I still won't complain about that even in the slightest, because that's definitely still good. So, the standings for this year, we do make playoffs as the 6th seed once again. I feel like that's like our golden spot. We're usually a 6th seed, it feels like. And let's take a look at these stats and what our guys have done this year. Zaire, 3rd in scoring on the team, 21 points per game, and 9.8 assists per game. So he definitely did take a little bit of a step back this year, but still playing at a very, very high level. Our first round matchup in this series is going to be up against this Nets team. They're not anything too crazy, but we'll see what happens as we are the underdogs, technically being the 6th seed. So we start off 2-1 on them. They're tying it up. We're just going to have to see what happens, man. It should be a tough-fought series, 3-2. And 4-2, they knock us out, so I guess I was wrong. As Zaire Wade drops 30 points in the L. Year 10, here we go. What do we got in us? We really need to make a run soon. Our guys are starting to get up there a little bit in age. They're starting to get a little bit of experience in them. We need a chip this year. Cole Anthony, MVP. Once again, that kid is insane. Anthony Edwards also on the All-NBA first team. Cade Cunningham, of course, chilling on the 3rd team alongside Zaire himself. So, Pistons do make playoffs. Once again, 6th seed. Tyrese Maxey leading us in scoring, followed by Patrick Baldwin. Then Zaire with 19 points per game and 9.1 assists per game. Tyrese Maxey been really popping off, as our guys are 93, 92, and 91 overall. So definitely really good. First round matchup, who do we got? We got the New York Knicks. With really not that crazy of a team. So we're going to see what happens. I did say the same thing last round, but we're just got to see how it rocks out. 1-1, 2-1, 3-1. It's looking good. The Heat have been dropped out. So we're just going to have to see. 3-1. What do we got? Can we knock them out right here? 4-1. And we do knock them out. 4-1. Goodbye, Knicks. Get out of here. 27 points for Johnson. 27 points for Zaire as well to combat that. So we're up against the Bucks in the second round. Still got Giannis hanging around. That dude is he's an MVP candidate like almost every year, which is kind of insane. As we're up 3-1, and we actually knock him out 4-1. The Greek Freak could not handle these Detroit boys. 31 points for Zaire. Anthony Edwards actually led them in scoring in that game as well with 31. Eastern Conference Finals were once again up against that insane guard combo of Mikey Williams and Colin Sexton. As they get up on us 3-1, we're going to have to see what happens. We get a game 3-2, making it a little competitive, and we get dropped off in 6. Mikey Williams and Colin Sexton, 27-24. You had to figure that they were going to carry. I'll kind of show who wins this, because I'm kind of curious to see if they pull it out after being such a good team up against the Grizzlies, and they do. Who gets Finals MVP? I'm assuming it's probably Mikey. Yep, Mikey Williams, 97 overall. Year 11, here we go. This has been a long career for Zaire already. 94 overall. 1 year left on this contract, so he can leave once he's 30. He has 1 more year while he's 29. You see all these Hall of Fame badges our boy's getting. As he can play the 1 or the 2. Looking at those career stats, you got 92 overall Patrick Baldwin and 91 Tyrese Maxey. I would like to bring in some little bit better big men now that we don't have Blake and Drummond, but we're going to have to see what they do to kind of build around us. So All-NBA first team, second team, and third team, we actually do not make any of them this year, which is rough. And we miss playoffs. Okay. Even with Zaire averaging 27.5 and being the second highest scorer on the team, that's insane. We still miss playoffs somehow. As it looks like he went ahead, Zaire signed a big contract extension with Detroit, and it's looking like he wants to stay there the rest of his career, honestly, with how that's going, as it looks like he signed like a 5-year contract extension. So, All-NBA first team, no Zaire. All-NBA second team, and I don't think the third team either, So once again, we miss all the All-NBA teams. But we are the 1 seed, so we can't really complain. As, wow, Patrick Baldwin, 32.3 a game. Zaire, 29.5 a game with 12.5 assists. Tyrese Maxey, 27.2. That's insane, bro. Everybody looks like they're super juiced right now. I don't know what's going on. As we're up against the 8 seed Washington Wizards. So, hopefully we can do what a 1 seed can, but you never know with 2K. As we actually start off 0-3. That is insane, and we just got swept 4-0 by the 8 seed Wizards. That is not good. Patrick Baldwin dropped 38. Zaire dropped 35. Still was not enough. But here we go, year 13. This team is way too talented to not win a chip, honestly. We're in the year 2033. And Zaire's up to a 95 overall. So, I mean, this team has way too much talent, dude. If we don't win a chip soon, it's going to be outrageous. Mikey Williams gets MVP. Zaire Wade back on the All-NBA second team alongside Cole Anthony, obviously many-time former MVP as we saw. So let's see what we did this year. Boom. Second seed in the East, we'll take it. Zaire Wade, 33.1 points per game, 12.1 assists per game. Baldwin dropping 30 a game. We got a bomb squad. As we are first round up against the Indiana Pacers with no other than Bronny. So this is going to be tough. Our boy Bronny and us battling at it in the first round as we start off 3-0. So we actually sweep them 4-0. I guess they were not built to compete with a team like this, but that was definitely interesting to see. So second round, it's looking like we're going to be up against the Celtics, but let's take a look at that box score. 42 points from Maxey and 28 points and 17 assists from Zaire. As we're up against the Celtics squad that's definitely very good in the second round. See what we got in us. As we start off 2-0, we're giving out gas this year. 3-0 and another 4-0 sweep in the second round as we move on to the Eastern Conference Finals. 51 points for Zaire, 9 assists. That's pretty damn good. Eastern Conference Finals, here we go, up against this really strong Raptors team. They're also really good, so we're going to have to see what happens as it's 3-2. 3-3, we're taking it to 7, and boom, we clutch it out. Patrick Baldwin put in some work. Zaire definitely put in some work as well. We're up against this Clippers team in the finals. It looks like they 4-0'd, 4-1'd every team they played as well. So it's going to be tough as they beat us 4-1. Anders, I'm not even going to try and pronounce the guy's name. Year 14, here we go. Zaire, 95 overall. They're all pretty good. You got Zaire to 95, Patrick Baldwin, I believe, at a 93, and I want to say Maxey's about a 92. So you can see kind of all the accolades and what has been going on. MVP, once again, goes to Mikey Williams, who's been staying with them Cavaliers for years and years now, staying loyal. Imani Bates as well on the All-NBA first team. No Zaire on any of the All-NBA teams this year. As we fall down to, the 7th seed, I believe? Patrick Baldwin, 29.1 points per game. Zaire, 28.9 points per game. Definitely pretty insane, dude. These kids have been going off for the Pistons. They just can't get the playoff runs going. So first round, we are up against this pretty decent Wizards squad. And if you recall, we were the 1 seed, and the Wizards were the 8 seed a few years back. So we don't want to get swept 4-0, as we are actually up 3-0 on them this time. And we reverse sweep them 4-0. As they were now the high seed and we were the lower seed. Patrick Baldwin, 47 points, 12 rebounds. Zaire, nothing too crazy of a game there, but we'll take it. Second round, we're up against the Toronto Raptors. This definitely was a tough team last year for us to face. 2-1, 3-1, and 4-1. We get eliminated, but we're just going to have to move on to the next year. Let's take a look at that box score. Tyrese Maxey, 24, highest score, nothing too crazy. Year 15, the actual regular season kind of footage got a little messed up. But here we are. You see, we finished the season as the 3 seed with 51 wins coming out the East. And everyone's stats went down drastically. Like, I was confused about this. I'm not sure if the league did some type of changes or something, like they voted on some stuff, but the playoffs actually end up changing as well, going seeding through 1 through 16 and about like right here. So I'm not sure if there's a way to turn that off, but it's definitely kind of weird because like things start getting a little weird towards like the end of these sims because the league just changes whatever they want. But if I can find a way to turn those off, or if anybody knows, let me know down in the comments. As first round, we played the Nets, and we did beat them. So second round, we're going up against RJ Barrett and the Lakers. As we can be on both sides of the bracket now, I think. I'm not even sure how it really works. 4-1, we knock them out. As we are going to, I guess I want to say the Western Conference Finals, but I don't know really what this is anymore. So we're up against the Toronto Raptors. I don't really know how this all works, but let's see what we got. They are the 1 seed. We were the 4 seed. As they get the lead 3-1, and we get knocked out in 5. As everybody scores super low, and it's kind of weird now. But Zaire obviously chilling. He is now 34 years old. He's definitely getting up there. 93 overall. Kind of look at some of his stuff here. Let's take a look at the contract. He's going to be here until he's at least 37. 4-time All-Star, 2-time All-NBA First Team. Lots of Hall of Fame badges as far as playmaking and shooting go. Finishing, not so much, and defense, not at all. So we're just got to see what we can do here, and if we can pull it out in these last couple years while he's still above a 90 overall. Mikey Williams goes ahead and gets himself a regular season MVP with the Cleveland Cavaliers once again, but look at those numbers. This is what I'm talking about. Only 13.9 points per game. Like, it got really weird once the league started making some changes, and I really don't like that at all. So, most improved player of the year goes to Brooke Cage. Look at all these numbers, man. They are super low. All-NBA first team, Mikey Williams, Anthony Edwards, Bronny, and then some guys I don't really know. But Mikey Williams is still at a 99 overall for those Cleveland Cavaliers, which is actually pretty insane if you think about it. All-NBA second team, Zaire Wade's popping in there once again. So definitely good. No complaints. I guess we'll look at the stats, but like they're going to be real weird and kind of distorted regardless, I guess, at this point. So we'll take a look, I guess. So Zaire led the team in scoring with 12.6. Like, that's just weird. First round, we're up against the Memphis Grizzlies. Okay, I don't know. It's just real weird now in this sim. My bad, guys. I think for further sims, I definitely want to try and take off the league voting on things, if that's even like a possibility, because it kind of just makes the stuff a little wacky and changes stuff around too much. 2-0, we start off on them. 3-1. Let's knock them out right here. Let's make it 4-1 and just get rid of them real quick and head on to the second round, as the Jazz have been eliminated, and we do so. We knock them out 4-1. So 5-game series right there. We will take it. Zaire leading the team in that game with 14 points scored, which is insane. Like, what? We're up against that really good freaking Cavs team with Mikey Williams, as we're actually up 3-1 and we take it 4-1. Zaire dropping 23, which is like insane, because like I think that, like, honestly, dude, that's like him dropping like 46, like with how this is all going right now. So our Eastern Conference matchup is us against the Mavericks, as we do drop them off, so we will take that. NBA Finals, here we go. Bronny versus Zaire Wade. It's going to be a legacy battle here, as they are going back and forth. It goes to 7, and we take it. Zaire Wade gets Finals MVP at 35 years old. Let's go, baby. That's what you love to see. Defeating his bro, Bronny. And that's insane, dude. So here we are, year 17. I'm assuming this is going to be, we're winding down on the last days of Zaire's career here. He is at 92 still, but I think by the time that contract's over, when he's 37, that's probably when he's going to hang it up. I'm not really sure why it doesn't show award history here, finals MVP, but I find that a little weird, but it is whatever. NBA champion, at least he got himself a ring already. So Zaire Wade, Tyrese Maxey still hanging around. MVP goes to Mikey Williams once again. Bronny, All-NBA first team. Are we hanging around on any of them? And we actually miss all of them, so maybe a little regression from us as wow. Talk about that. We win the playoffs, and then we actually we win the championship, and then we miss playoffs by a ton. Look at these stats, man. They're just terrible. Year 18, here we go. Zaire down out of the 90s to an 89 overall now. This is what the rotation is looking like. Pretty much the same that it's been. So nothing too crazy going on there. The big three stayed around for like at least 15 years now. Tyrese Maxey, Zaire, and Patrick Baldwin. So Bronny goes ahead and gets himself on the All-NBA first team once again. No Zaire hanging around. And we miss playoffs once again. These definitely got to be the last day of Zaire's career, man. 87 overall now. Year 19, here we go. I think this is the last year on his contract. He is at a, what overall? 85? Okay, so yeah, last year of his contract. 37 years old. I hope this would be the end for him. He might as well just go out on this good note. That's what his accolades are looking like. Definitely a really solid career from him. So we're going to see if we can make playoffs in this final year, but everybody's starting to get up there in age, so we're just going to have to honestly see. So let's sim through this season and see what we got going on. So Freddie Shelton gets MVP with 13 points a game because of how everything's just all wacky now. But we just got to see if we actually made playoffs in, I'm assuming, the last year of Zaire's career. So I know he's probably not going to be on any of these, as Mikey Williams is still hanging around on the All-NBA first team, which is definitely crazy. I don't see him on any of them. And the standings, we make the playoffs. We hang in there and make them as the 8th seed. I guess the farewell tour for him will be kind of nice, as he's still the 4th highest scorer on this team, 85 overall. Still an offensive threat. Okay, so we're up against the Atlanta Hawks in the first round. I don't see us making too much of a run here, but we did get the first game at least. Then we dropped 2 in a row. Cavs have been eliminated with Mikey Williams somehow still. We dropped 3 in a row. We get a game 3-2, and we get knocked out in 6. As Zaire Wade drops 12 points, which is still second best on the team for whatever reason. And here we go. Year 20, he comes back on a 1-year contract at an 82 overall. Dude still wants to ball. Bronny James MVP with 17.8 a game, which is really not that impressive. Mikey Williams, All-NBA first team still. I know damn well Zaire's not on any of these teams now at an 82 overall. It's just not even it's not in the cards. So we did make playoffs this year as the 6th seed. Playoff stats, Zaire's still the 5th highest scorer on the team, even at like 39 years old now, I think. So, okay, we'll take it. First round of the playoffs, we are up against Bronny, and I don't think Zaire's got it in him anymore to give him the series that he gave him in the playoffs. But we'll just see what we got as they get up on us. 1-0, we get a game. 2-1. 2-2. It's looking like it's a hard-fought series. The pride is there for both of them, as the Pacers take the lead 3-2, and we get knocked out in 6, 4-2. Zaire and Bronny obviously both being the highest scorers on their teams in those games. And as you can see, in years 20 and 21, Zaire actually just sat around in free agency. So those 2 years, I don't know if they really count, but he didn't technically retire until after the 21st season of him being around. As you can see right here, he does make the Hall of Fame right there. Zaire Wade, year 2043. You can kind of see all that stuff. And then we're going to go in and look at the league records and kind of see where he ranks among everyone else. Total points, here we go. LeBron James Jr. chilling there at 9. And down to Ware for our boy in points. So total points scored, he's number 30. Not bad at all. Especially with how weird kind of the league got towards the end, I can't really complain too much. I'll just kind of show the ones that I think he might honestly have been in. Total 3-pointers made, you see Zaire right there at 12. Definitely really good. And I'm sure he's definitely up there in assists because he was dishing out assists like crazy, as he's the number 4 in assists. So that's pretty much all I have really for him. If you guys enjoyed this video, definitely be sure to hit the like button. Check out some of the other Sims. Let me know down in the comments who you guys want next. I appreciate you. Peace.